Hello, I am Quinny, welcome to the channel. In this video today guys, I'm trying to keep my head from exploding. The transfer window is not quite open, but it feels like it is. There's rumours everywhere, all sorts of stuff's going on. Mbappe staying at PSG, Lewandowski's pressing it hard for FC Barcelona. I'm so close to saying Barcelona there. Haaland has joined Man City, Adeyemi has joined Borussia Dortmund, and there is subsequently this huge merry-go-round of strikers that might be grinding to a halt. So what I'm going to do is basically take you around the merry-go-round, show you who's all on it and where they're looking to go, where they're trying to get to, where they're trying to avoid going to, and yeah, we'll kind of follow this as it goes through. I think the striker transfer market is probably the most interesting one this summer. You know, midfielders and fullbacks are quite popular this transfer window certainly, but for me the strikers is pretty much always where the headlines are at. But with so many moving pieces involving really not that many clubs, I think there could be some shock surprises come out of the transfer window with some of the players that are knocking around available. You know, let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Of any of the guys that I feature, you know, if there's a great club you think they could land at that we don't feature, or equally, if there's another striker you would put on this merry-go-round, let me know in the comment section down below at any point in the video today, guys. If you do laugh, you learn, you like something or whatever, please do like and subscribe, share, retweet, all that good stuff, guys. I really mean it. Stay out of trouble, and let's get stuck into it. If you could hit the subscribe button, I do daily global football content, everything from Wonder Kids and Rising Star Managers to fantasy football and watch-alongs. That will also automatically enter you into my April giveaway. A rare new season edition MLS Cup champion Anton Tinnerholm and 2 limited goalkeepers. If you want to stick around to the end of the video, we'll get into all the giveaway stuff again there. At the beginning of the transfer window, or not even the beginning, probably about a month ago or so, we had this nice little organised chain reaction, and we've seen this kind of train happen a few times. But Haaland goes to Man City, Adeyemi goes to Dortmund, and then Salzburg go and get another guy. They went to Shakhtar and they bring in Fernando, I think his name is. They also have Sekou Koita coming back from injury, Benjamin Sesko. They've got a lot of Salzburg quality replacements for Adeyemi. Anyway, and that's a nice little, you know, transfer ladder that we expect to see over, you know, sliding doors and all that kind of stuff over, you know, the full transfer window. And that full one is opened and closed before the window's even open. So those clubs doing their business nice and early with key targets, and you know, they can kind of buckle up and get ready for pre-season. And those guys especially are one of my favourites to start the season in a very good position in terms of the clubs and the players in question. Now, I don't know where to start. I think we'll start with Mbappe. Mbappe stays at Real Madrid for all of the money in the world. That's basically what's in the contract. All the money in the world and all the power that he requires to be happy for the next 2.5 years. Because once he gets to 6 months up, they're not going to give a toss about what he thinks anymore. And we'll be back in this situation again in 2.5 years' time, probably. We will have one more year of Messi at PSG there, and with some of the backroom changes and whatever, I think it's really going to be that second season any of this kind of like revolution of PSG will really show itself in the transfer market in particular, and any kind of evolution of a style and a brand at PSG. But that is a huge transfer because Real Madrid had locked their summer up against, we're just going to get Mbappe, we're going to have no more money, but that is going to be an amazing piece to go with, you know, what is a Champions League outfit, you know, legendary outfit, which is on its way out with some great talent coming through, like Valverde and Camavinga and Vinny Jr., Rodrigo. But no, not for another 3 years, Real Madrid. You are in no man's land. The big rumour is Darwin Nunez is now firmly at the top of their wish list. And with Adeyemi being at Dortmund, he's off the table. Obviously, Haaland being at Man City, he's off the table. And Lewandowski, I don't see him going to Real Madrid because he is pushing like mad to go to Xavi's Barca. That's going to cut at a loose end Aubameyang, probably Depay as well. And also, this is where it becomes a mad merry-go-round. With Mbappe staying at PSG, what does that mean for Ousmane Dembele, who is out of contract? It was pretty much all but signed that he was going to be joining PSG from Barca. Then went on this mad form under Xavi at Barca, and it was like, oh, will he stay, will he go? You know, PSG committing such sizable funds to Mbappe, and Ousmane Dembele was clearly the Mbappe replacement. What does that mean? Can Barcelona afford to re-sign Ousmane Dembele and Lewandowski? They've got a lot of, and again, Barcelona are a key player in this huge merry-go-round on their books. So Aubameyang's going. They've made it public that Adama Traore they're not going to be extending that at infants. He's way back to Wolves. He's not in the picture anymore. They still have, of course, big Luke de Jong, who'll probably remain as a super sub. Martin Braithwaite, who's on stupid money for Barca's financial situation. But also, you then get Griezmann, who's pushing to move to Atleti, and he's pushing to take a pay cut to get back to Atleti. Depay, who is like trying to dig his heels in and saying, I want to be the man at Barca. And Aubameyang, who, you know, is, I think, out of contract now, on his way back to Arsenal. I don't see, you know, if they're going to get Lewandowski, there's no way they're going to sign Aubameyang. And like I said, when I covered Barca earlier on in the season, is Aubameyang feels like a fantastic placeholder for Lewandowski in this Barca team. I think Ferran Torres will start like virtually every game next year. And if they can keep Ousmane Dembele and Lewandowski, then that's a front three of death. Like could be phenomenal apex Barca. Luis Suarez is making noises about wanting to go back to Barca as well. He's out of contract at Atletico. He was hotly linked to go to MLS and that kind of thing, but he said no, he's staying in Europe. And the door's been really swung open at Barca now somehow. And with Atleti losing Luis Suarez, trying to pull in Griezmann, so that's, you know, they've already got Griezmann on loan. They don't have the activate option on the loan thing that they earned out with Barca, so they go back to the drawing table with Barca and negotiate a fresh deal now. So Suarez out, Griezmann in might work, but they've also got Morata on their books that they don't really have any real need or want. They've still got Cunha, they've still got Felix, they've still got Correa, they've got lots of forwards, Atleti, and I don't know if they're playing poker with Juve. Juve are coming in with 15 million euros or whatever. Barca were after Morata before Lewandowski was just on the table. Morata could be at a loose end, and also with Juve, if they don't sign him back, they're also losing Dybala on a 3 to probably Inter Milan, but maybe Roma. With Jose Mourinho, so that could be phenomenal. I'd love to see Dybala. I'd much rather see him at Roma than Inter Milan. Lautaro Martinez only wants to go to Barca or stay at Inter. He's not interested in anything else. In Barca, if they're getting Lewandowski, again, there's no landing spot there for Lautaro Martinez. And with Lewandowski going to Barcelona, we then have this wide vacancy at Bayern Munich. All of a sudden, the boy Kalajic, I don't think I've said that properly, but the boy from Stuttgart is all but signed as like the backup. They also have Jan Fetty Arp, who I don't think Nagelsmann is going to be a fan of. He's been out on loan in the lower leagues. I don't see him coming back in. Joshua Zirkzee been on loan at Anderlecht. Again, it's not impossible he comes back into the reckoning, but they are been very heavily linked to Sadio Mane. Now, if Sadio Mane lands in Bayern Munich, then like he could do like Messi, Ronaldo numbers in that team quite feasibly. Sadio Mane is one of these guys that is just such a workhorse, so selfless, and would fit in so well with guys like Muller, Sané, Gnabry, Goretzka, Gravenberch, Mazraoui, you know, Alphonso Davies. The list goes on. The Bayern team is stellar, and if you were just to drop Sadio Mane just right at the top of that, just being Sadio Mane, then that could be, like, again guys, a lot of the permutations that are coming out here could be very attractive and a lot of fun for the neutral. But they've also been linked to Sepp Haller as well, and again Ajax are in this kind of wayward spot where Haller is getting some bigger links. You know, maybe even Dortmund are going to come in for Haller as well, allegedly. They want to sign Brobbey on a permanent from Leipzig, and also they've got Anthony on their books, who earlier in the transfer window was linked to absolutely everyone as well. Man United, Barca, a lot of that seems to go quiet. And if Anthony does go, it feels like they will probably go for somebody like Steven Bergwijn. They're always linked to him, or Calvin Stengs. Not really worked out for him in France, so he could be a great replacement for Anthony. And these are all the main ones that are floating about. As I look back at Real Madrid, of course, they're trying to get Darwin in. There's a lot of these other names floating around that they've not really been linked to yet. They probably should be at some point. You know, Lautaro Martinez, you know, I'm pretty sure he can eat his own words on that kind of Barca or nothing kind of attitude if he was to go to Real Madrid and be like one of the main guys, with Vinny Jr., Rodrigo, Darwin if they got him as well. But I don't see Haller going to Dortmund as being as likely, with the links to them and Ekitike hotting up. It feels like they're going to be getting him, and they also have Yusuf Moukoko on their books already, who they've been nurturing, and I'm sure they'll want to see him come through and get some minutes or more minutes next season when he's fit and available. But then, when again, this is such a crazy thing, right? So let's take all of that to one side, right? Then kind of on the ether, just on the outskirts of this merry-go-round, like, I'd like a transfer, I'm kind of doing well enough or whatever. We've got Origi went to AC Milan, right? And I think that'll be a great transfer. That kind of displaces perhaps Giroud. I think he's maybe out of contract. I know he's old, but he'll probably go somewhere. Jonathan David, who has had a nice progression in his career, following very nicely in the footsteps of Victor Osimhen, who's also maybe like, you know, of a high enough calibre and a high enough quality that, you know, to the right buyer could be maybe like Newcastle or something. You know, could be an amazing purchase for them to be picking up Joe David or even Ousmane. But then in Italy, we've got guys like Belotti and Scamacca, who have actually been performing pretty well now for about 2 or 3 seasons in different levels. And, you know, maybe they move to a bigger Italian team, or maybe they get taken up by one of these mid-tier, you know, Premier League teams, or maybe the kind of upper third of Spain, perhaps. But there's definitely some good talent there. And again, Scamacca, I think, has had amazing numbers when you look at him across the top 5 of Europe. And Belotti is out of contract. He's been linked to MLS with Insigne, but I don't think that'll happen. I think he wants to play in Europe in some level. I would think UEFA, Europa League, Champions League, whatever he can get his hands on. And then in France, we've got guys like Moussa Dembele, who's only got 12 months left in his contract. He's found some form over the last 6 months. And Arkadrouj, if that's how you say it, Milik does not get on with Sampaoli. He's had a pretty good season. He's got a pretty good profile, good pedigree, good track record. And again, if you're after a big target man, number 9 guy, he's at, you know, a good enough level to go on and impress, certainly. Which is why I wanted to make this video about how interesting I think the striker transfer market is going to be this summer. Let me know in the comment section down below, guys, what you think of all the stuff we just went through, as well as your predictions on any of these outcomes, or anyone else you would add into the conversation. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share and retweet, all that good stuff. Stay out of trouble, and I'll catch you on the next one. Take care. Bye-bye. Let's get into all the giveaway stuff before I let you go. I'm still doing monthly giveaways, and I'm making it easier to enter. If you want to be entered to win this month's prize or any future giveaways here at the channel, all the same rules will always apply. Hit the subscribe button, you need to be a subscriber to enter, then leave a comment down below. Each month, a random comment from a random video will be selected as the winner, so the more videos you leave a comment on, the better the chance you've got of winning any of my giveaways. All the winners are announced at the end of videos the same way as we're doing here. The best way to keep up with the content has always been to hit the notification bell with all notifications turned on. As always, guys, if you've enjoyed the video today, I'd appreciate it if you hit the like button. On screen now is some other stuff that I've made that YouTube thinks you might enjoy. Stay out of trouble, and I'll catch you on the next one. Take care. Bye bye.